Live from Hollywood, California, it's Wednesdays with Toiley. Tonight, Toiley welcomes the star of Paint by Monster, Easel Monster. Plus, a visit with John B. deHaas. I'm your announcer, Galpin Ford. Now let's see those heart emojis for your host. Here's Toiley.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Wednesdays with Toiley. My name is Toiley T. Paper, and welcome to Wednesdays with Toiley. We have a heck of a show for you tonight. My good friend Paint by Monster is going to be here. But, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to check in with our dear friend all the way out there in sunny Florida. As soon as I can find him here. There we go. Gentlemen, please welcome to the show our good pal, John B. deHaas. Oh my gosh! John!
Toiley, buddy, how you doing?
Look at you!
What?
You are fancy!
Thanks.
Oh my,
you
are you sure this is John? We didn't get Liberace's house?
Since you grew hair this week, I thought I'd grow mine back.
Oh, well, I already lost mine. I have early onset balding.
Oh, you did?
I did, but you have
Okay,
fantastic hair.
Never mind.
Oh, what?
Never mind. No.
What?
What? Well, I didn't want to make you feel bad.
Oh, well, John, thank you so much for coming on the show and really dressing up.
Welcome. So how's things in California?
Well, you know, John, we're still under quarantine. How's things out there?
Well, cheers.
There's children watching. You can't drink a martini, John.
It's water. It's water.
Oh, jeez. Now, is this your usual quarantine outfit? Is this what you wear day to day around the house?
Yeah, why would you not?
Oh, I'm just making sure.
Should dress up.
Now, John, I wanted to. Oh, go ahead.
I say dress for the job you want, right? Is that how it works?
That's right. Hey, and your job is a Broadway chorus line extra.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Yep.
Now, John, I noticed your camera is set up in a very wonderful way. You have actually started posting piano videos on TikTok and Instagram.
I have, because you told me to.
Well, I mean, you have all this talent.
You sort of threatened me is what you did, but yeah.
That's right. I said, hey, John, you don't start playing piano, there's going to be some issues.
A knuckle sandwich is what you said, I think.
Now, can you play us a little something that won't get me a copyright strike?
I'll just make something up because...
Please do.
Otherwise...
Watch this. Ladies and gentlemen, John B. deHaas on piano. He's making this up.
See, that's
beautiful.
Like when we're in Vegas, that's how I'll do. Like in between when you got guests and stuff on your live show. That's the kind of stuff I'll do. You know.
I can't wait for this quarantine to be over and you can move to LA and we can do this live.
You and me both, buddy.
Yeah, you and me.
And
the dog named Harvey. Well, all right, I'll let you get back to your drinking. I don't want to take away from your afternoon of drinking water.
It's water. It's delicious.
Yeah, sure. It's water. That was a wink.
It is like that. Wait, do you like my beard?
Well,
I know. I tried to grow a whole thing. And what's that?
You know what it needs?
What?
Some glitter and sparkles like the rest.
No. Well, maybe to go with my outfit.
All right, John. Well, I got to move on to our next guest. Can you play us a little going away medley?
And make sure you follow me on whatever you follow me. I don't know what my name is.
Instagram and TikTok.
Sure,
and
that.
John 1. All right, John. I'll see you next week. Bye. John B. deHaas, ladies and gentlemen, the fantastic, the wonderful John B. deHaas on the piano. Isn't he a wonderful piano player? I mean, he's really just amazing. Look at all those hearts. Those are for you, John. Now, it is time. I'm so excited to introduce my guest for the show today, our big headlining superstar. He is the star of Paint by Monster. Would you please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Indiana. We're connecting to him right now. Our good friend, Easel Monster. He's going to be here any second. I sent out the request. He's going to accept the request, and hopefully he will pop live right here, right on this little show. Any second now. Easel Monster. Easel Monster. Waiting for Easel Monster. We should have John back on to play a little music while we're waiting. There we go. Uh-oh.
I have no idea what's going on right now, Toiley Paper.
How are you, Easel Monster, my friend?
I thought I was better than I actually am. Hang on just a second. Let me see how I really am.
Oh, look at that.
Now, I think I am really better than I was a moment ago. I'm having technical difficulties, as all of you can see. Hello, nice to see everyone. Nice to see all of you, and nice to be with you.
Well, I am so excited you are here, Easel Monster. You have a fantastic show. It's called Paint by Monster, where you teach about art and different kinds of art ideas and everything like that. And it's just a really fantastic show, and I'm happy to have you on the show so we can talk about it.
Well, thank you, Toiley. I appreciate that. I love doing the show. Paint by Monster is probably the greatest sandbox I have ever created for myself creatively. And it's an awful lot of fun, and I've made an awful lot of friends. And, it's a way to teach. And did you see that? There's something going on right there. Anyway, it's fun. I love it. And thank you so much for having me on the show. What a blast to be here with you and all of your wonderful audience.
There's something going on over there, because a minute ago, we saw you, and then now you're standing in a beautiful tulip field.
Well, that's because the tulips are in bloom here, and I'm trying to still make the technology all work together, because the robot that I have positioned, monsters and robots, I have a whole fleet of robots here with me helping me do all of this stuff, and this particular robot is unwieldy, and I cannot get it to stop rotating around. So I'm having some problems here for just a moment, but they won't be. You keep talking and ask me questions, and I'll see if I can fist fight this robot to his death and submission.
Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. We have an interview and a battle between monsters and robots. It looks like that robot. It looks like that robot may have one leg that's shorter than the other. I don't know what's happening.
It's probably that's what's happening.
Let me ask you this, Easel Monster. Whoa.
Go ahead.
Oh my gosh. What is that? Must be the robot's controls or something. I don't know what's happening.
I am bending him to my will.
Apparently. Now, Easel Monster, monsters are known for hiding under beds and hanging out in closets. What made you decide to go into art?
Oh, that's a great question. Thank you very much. Here's the answer. You've probably read this in all kinds of biographies, but artists are allowed to be jerks to people. I mean, it happens. Artists can be jerks, and, monsters can be jerks an awful lot of the time. So it seemed an obvious choice to me if I want to act like a jerk to people sometimes. Also, even though they're jerks, they still get called genius. So to me, it was an obvious choice to be a jerk and a genius at the same time. So art was an obvious choice for me.
I love it. That's a better explanation than I've heard from anyone else. So
well, you need to get ready for that to happen all the time, Toiley.
I see. Now I wanted to ask you. This is a painting that you did on one of your recent Facebook live streams, which we'll talk about in just a second. But I've noticed with your artwork, which I love, by the way, I own several of your pieces.
Thank you.
A lot of your artwork has ducks in it. What is it about ducks that make them so interesting to paint or draw?
That's a great question. Thank you so much for asking me that. The answer is syndactyly. Syndactyly. And it just means having webbed fingers or webbed toes. It's the medical term. I am enamored by people who have webbed fingers and toes. So, ducks are an obvious fit for me there. So that's part of the answer. The other one is I love orange lips. Mrs. Monster has orange lips. And for the life of me, there's something about it. I'm enamored of it. And ducks hold a special place in several of my bodily areas.
All right. Well, let's not talk about all those, but now
I don't have no idea what you're talking about now.
Me neither.
Me too.
Your artwork. Now you've done several videos where you've painted on paper, you've painted on board, you've painted on wood, and you've even painted on rocks. Is there a medium out there that you have yet to draw or paint on that you would love to?
A medium?
Yeah, like an art medium.
No, but there is a large. I have not painted on Hillary Clinton.
No!
I have, but aside from politics, I have not painted Amy Poehler or on or near. I have not yet painted on or near Amy Poehler, and also I would like to also paint Sandra Bernhardt because I'm telling you, man, she's nasty. And also there is one other art, the art of living with obscene wealth.
Oh. Is that the art you would love to live with?
That's a soon coming art. I'm hoping to have that. Or I've had the art of extreme poverty. I would also like to have the art of obscene wealth.
Perfect.
It would be a nice set. It would complete the set.
I see. Now I saw this picture on the internet, and I would love some sort of explanation. That is a giant cat.
It is a giant cat. What kind of an explanation are you hoping for with a giant cat? All right.
Is that your pet, or is that your
He is a
neighborhood
pet.
cat?
No, he's a pet.
Oh my gosh!
He's a pet, and he's a giant cat. And you know, I tell you what, here's what nobody knows about a giant cat, Toiley. A giant cat costs an awful lot of diesel fuel because to clean the cat box, you have to have a backhoe. So
yeah.
You know, I buy diesel fuel an awful lot, and he's been with me for about 4 years now. We've been on lots of adventures together, and riding a giant cat around, pretty great. It's pretty great. They're fantastic. He's more work than the art is, I can tell you that.
Well, that is a beautiful cat, and please later on after the show, please give him a scritch for me. I don't know how you do that. If you use a rake or a hoe or whatever you use, but please give him a little scritch.
Yes, sir. That's right. Absolutely, Toiley. That is exactly right.
Well, now before we go, I wanted to ask you about Paint by Monster because you are live streaming every day on your Facebook page.
That is true. Every day, my intention is at 11 o'clock to go live and draw you a little picture, like draw you a little picture of something or somebody, like who is this remind you of? Oh. So I will draw you and ink you a picture of something, and I use I'm trying to go fast because I know you're in a hurry, and I love your audience, and I want to be very, very careful with your time and their. You've got these little bony arms, Toiley, and I love those little nerd bony. You know, I wanted to do a portrait of you before I came on the show, and I thought maybe because you are an aspiring actor, what could there be? And then I thought, you know, I think maybe I would draw Toiley in a red shirt on Star Trek because maybe he could break in as being an extra as a red shirt, maybe beam down to the planet once or twice before you take on King Lear or one of those things. Goodness gracious, what on earth is happening there? I don't know. Let me get back to oh my goodness. Thank you, stagehand, for doing that. Anyway, there, Toiley, I'm going to ink that up and send that to you. Oh, my stagehand. Never mind that.
I have that
There
problem
you go,
all the
Toiley.
time. Well, if people want to find you, where can they go?
Well, they should go to Facebook to my fan page. They should go to YouTube and look up Paint by Monster on YouTube. I'm posting all of my live videos there. But you know, the truth is, there's probably 60 or 70 videos from the last few years that I've made. There's some songs and some educational things, and mostly it's just me goofing off, being monsterly. It's fun. And I've made so many good friends, yourself included, Toiley, by doing Paint by Monster. It's loads of fun, and today is, oh my goodness, thank you so much for having me on your show. I'll finish this art and send it to you, okay?
Well, everybody, you follow Paint by Monster. Follow Easel Monster here on Instagram. Check out Paint by Monster. Paint by Monster, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you, Toiley. Thank you so much. See you later.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. See you.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Another Wednesdays with Toiley. I will see you next week. Gotta go!